Hi, this is Garry from Next Actions. How many times have you thought to yourself, I really can't be bothered with this? You've spent the time and you've worked through the tips that we've discussed in previous episodes. You've broken the work down, you've prioritised it with the Eisenhower matrix, you've picked your top 3 tasks to work on, and you've even made sure that you've prepared everything that you need. And still you're thinking, I really can't be bothered. The question it then comes up, well, are you actually working on the right things? Join me now to explore this question and to see how working on the right things can improve your results. Do you have one or more of these? You don't feel challenged. You're not learning. You don't feel engaged by what you're doing. You don't think the work that you're doing delivers a meaningful impact. You don't know where your work or yourself fit into the big picture. And you feel that what you're doing, well, it doesn't bring any value to other people. You just can't get motivated to do the work. If you're feeling any of these, well, you need to be asking yourself, am I working on the right things? Now, before we jump into the question, it's important to remember that sometimes you have to do that boring, meaningless work. You have to do your tax returns, and yes, we know it's boring, but it needs to be done. You have to pay your bills. You have to document what you've done and why you've done it. For things like this, the things that you have to do, well, let's be honest, the only thing you can do is just suck it up and get on with it. For the non-mandatory things, this is where you've got the opportunity to explore whether you're working on the right things. So, what is the right thing? It seems such a simple statement, but when you start to dig into it, it opens up a whole can of worms. Generally, if you're working on the right thing, you get the following feelings. You feel challenged. You're learning. You're engaged. You feel that you and your work are having a meaningful impact. You know where you fit into the big picture. You think that you're bringing value to other people, and you're motivated to continue. If any of these are missing, then you're likely to start questioning what you are doing. You feel it's not worth doing anything. You start to wonder, am I working on the right things? At times like this, it's when you should stop, take a step back and assess what you are doing. Look at the big picture. A good place to start is by taking a step back to see where you and your work fit into the big picture. This is where my life planning model comes in. There's 5 levels to this. The top level, it's your life purpose statement. It's the why of your life. Why are you here? What are your core beliefs? Everything you do should be coming from this. Everything you do should be aimed at meeting your life purpose statements. Below this is your 3 to 5 year goals. They're long-term challenging goals. Each one is designed to move you a step closer to meeting your life purpose. Below this, it's your 1 year goals. They are medium term and they are achievable goals. Each one should be moving you towards one of those longer term goals. And each long term goal, well, that should have at least one 1 year goal. Next down, projects. Don't get over worried by the word project. In my model, a project is just something that takes more than one step to complete. Your projects, they're discrete pieces of work that are there to help move you towards your 1 year goal. And finally, at the bottom, well, it's your actions. An action, it's a single step that you can make that moves you towards completing a project. The idea is that every step moves you to complete a project. Every project, well, it moves you towards a 1-year goal. Every 1-year goal moves you towards a 3 to 5 year goal. And every 3 to 5 year goal, well, that's moving you towards one of your life purpose statements. When you're doing things that don't fit into this, it's where you're likely to be getting the feeling that you're not working on the right things. Let's run through an example. You have a life purpose statement of be a successful member of society. A 3 to 5 year goal, which is own a successful business with $1 million profit per year. A 1-year goal, which is earn $200,000 revenue this year. A project, launch an online store selling my products, and then you've got a whole series of actions that allow you to build that online store. It's all good. You've got that plan. You can see where each action you take moves you forwards. But you then find yourself spending time responding to comments on your Facebook page. And you're thinking to yourself, am I doing the right thing here? So you take a step back and you look at your life planning model. Responding to Facebook comments, well, it's just not there. It's taking you away from doing actions that will move you towards your projects. It's taking you away from doing the things that are needed to allow you to move forward. By using this, you're able to see that you don't really need to be spending time on those Facebook comments. You need to be spending time doing the actions that move you towards your project. And yes, I know, this example, it's overly simple. Everybody has more than one project. And in most likelihood, responding to those Facebook comments would be useful in developing excellent customer service. Remember, it's just an example. So what can you do about those things that you decide you no longer need to do? Well, some of them, you can just plain ignore them. If you're like me, chances are you started doing them because you went down a rat hole. Just decide you're going to stop them and then stop them. Other things may well need to be done. For these, well, you go back to your life planning. Where does this action fit into your life plan? If there's no home for it, then you may need to look at the bigger picture. Do you need to have a new project for the action to belong to? Do you need a new 1-year goal for that project? And then you carry on up the tree. Back to our simple example. Responding to Facebook comments. Well, you decide it's actually important, it's something that needs to be done. So you create a new project for customer service. This in turn belongs to a new 1-year goal of build on customer service for a 90% client satisfaction rate. And this new 1-year goal, well, it becomes a new child goal of the existing 3 to 5 year goal. But it still doesn't help you with getting that done as well as working on your other projects. This leads to one possible solution. You decide that you need someone to help you. Once you've decided that you're going to grow your team, well, I'm afraid it does open up an entire minefield. Do you employ someone? Do you earn enough to pay them? How do you know that they're the right fit? Should it be a family member or a friend? How do you recruit them? The list of questions, well, it goes on and on. A very easy way to fix this is to look at the use of a virtual assistant, or as we'll call it, a VA. It's someone that you can bring in to help you do specific tasks. If you don't like doing admin, use a VA. If you don't like producing and chasing invoices, use a VA. If you don't like marketing, well, use a VA. I could go on with different examples, but I think you're getting the idea. And there's nothing to say that you can only have one VA. You could use one for admin and then a different one for marketing. Many VAs, well, they have very specialist skills in one area. skills that you don't have. Why not use someone else with the right skills to do that work? That then it frees you up to concentrate on doing what you are good at. Think of it this way. If you're able to earn $100 per hour that you work, and you're spending 8 hours a week doing admin work, you could use a VA to do that admin work. Well, they may charge, say, $50 an hour. Yeah, I'm keeping these numbers nice and simple to keep the maths easy. But because they're a specialist in the admin area, well, they can do that work in just 5 hours. To use a VA, well, it's going to cost you $250 per week. But you can then use those 8 hours that you've just freed up to do more client work. That means you can earn an additional $800 per week in revenue. Take that off the cost of the VA, well, you're now making an additional $550 profit per week. That's potentially over $24,000 additional profit each year. What could you do with that $24,000 in a year's time? Do you have something that makes you think, am I working on the right thing? Do you have some work that someone else could be doing for you? If you do, then please drop a comment below. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. Do you know someone who would benefit from this video? Why not share it with them now? And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so that you can get new videos as I release them. To summarise, we often have to do things that make us think, am I working on the right things? What we want to do is have things that make us feel challenged, that we're learning, that we're engaged, that make you feel that your work and yourself are having a meaningful impact, know where you fit into the big picture, allow you to bring value to other people, and to motivate you to continue. When you're not working on the right things, well, it's best to stop. Take a step back and look at that bigger picture. Look at your life plans and see where it fits in. If it doesn't fit in, well, can you just stop doing it? For those things that still need to be done, well, look at other people who could do it for you. A good place to start is to look at virtual assistants who can bring their specialised knowledge to bear and to do those actions for you. If you're struggling with what's going on in your work and life, well, give me a call. We can work through my life planning process so you can see where everything fits. You'll be able to see what you need to do, what you need to be working on, what others can do for you, and the steps that you need to take to implement this. Knowing this, it lets you work on the right things and deliver the results you deserve. Please reach out to me on 0415 591 672. I'm based in Australia, so please use the international dialing code +61 if calling from another country. You can also email me on garry@nextactions.com.au or visit nextactions.com.au, where you'll find a link to book a free, short introductory call. Do you have any topics you'd like me to cover? If you do, please drop a comment below and I'll add it to the list of upcoming videos. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as they come out. I'll talk to you again soon.